in 4th grade one time, it was at lunchtime and I was playing on the playground with my best friend. And she thought it was a good idea to push me down the slide. And so she did, and I totally slipped off the slide and fell onto the floor head first, might I add, and it was concrete. So we all know what happened next. My whole head cracked open, and the teachers rushed over and sent me to the nurse's office. And all they did was literally get an ice pack and put it on my head, and they're like, oh, it's okay, you're going to be fine. We'll call your parents, it's fine. Like, girl, I literally just cracked my whole head open, and you give me a freaking tiny ice pack. Like, so you know how in every grade there is this one girl who's always complaining about how terrible she looks and expecting you to tell her how pretty she is? Well, in my grade, this girl's name is Grace. And one day, Grace walks into class looking perfect, not one hair on her head out of place, outfit looking trendy as heck, makeup, everything. So she walks into the room dramatically, just so she can get the boys' attention. She walks up to my desk and is like, oh my gosh, my hair looks so freaking bad today. Like, I'm having such a bad hair day. And I just had enough. So I said, yeah, it does look really bad. And her face dropped. She looked so angry. She was like, I'm telling. Okay, fine, go tell. Stay tuned for part 2. Part 2 of there's a girl like this in every class. So Grace walks up to the teacher and she starts explaining about what happened. We're going to call the teacher Mrs. Puff. And Mrs. Puff looks super bored and over it, and she's just like, okay, thank you. And then she calls my name and she's like, Elise, please come outside with me. And so I reluctantly stroll outside with Mrs. Puff, and it was so embarrassing walking through the whole classroom because the door is behind her desk and my desk is at the very other end of the classroom, so I have to walk through the whole classroom and past everybody so they all see me, and it's so embarrassing. So I walk outside with her, and then she's like, so Elise, did you say that Grace's hair looked really bad today? And I confess, yes I did. And then she's like, why, may I ask, did you say that to her? And I'm like, well, I was just agreeing with her. And then she's just like, okay, you can go back inside. And then she talks to Grace for a little longer, and then no one says anything about it ever again. And Grace actually never talked to me again, so yeah. So a really funny thing just happened at the table. So we were eating our smoothie. Yes, we were eating our smoothie because it was really thick, so whatever. So we were having lunch, and Dad was watching like a podcast or something. He was watching something, and he was in the kitchen, and someone said, surrender your rights, like something like that. And then Cooper, my little brother, thought he said, surrender your rice. And it was really funny, and we kept saying, surrender your rice, like, for the rest of lunch. Is it just me, or are parents a whole different species? For example, I'm in my room on my iPad playing Roblox, my mum is in the kitchen, and she calls my name, and she's like, Elise? I'm like, yeah. And she calls it again, Elise? I'm like, yeah. Elise? Yeah. And she says it like 10 more times, to the point where I'm actually going into the kitchen and shouting, yes? What do you want? And then she's just like, oh, I was just checking if you were okay. But then at like 3 in the morning, I'm calling my friends, not even talking, basically just breathing. She's out of her bed, storming to my room, telling me to shut up. It does not make any sense. Am I the only one who does this? But when I'm texting, I memorize the emoji that comes up with a certain word. So instead of looking through the whole emoji library, I just type a word and then an emoji comes up and I just press on that. For example, if I want to send like a love heart or something, I just write love and then a love heart emoji pops up. Or if I say I gotta go, then I just type run and then a running emoji pops up. It's like, does anyone else do that? Okay, so I have 3 little siblings. Kenzie, the oldest, Cooper, the middle, and Ruby, the youngest. And I'm asleep. It's like 6 in the morning and I'm asleep, right? And then I just hear something outside and they're just playing with their toys, happy and like fully awake. Like, and I'm just so confused. Like, how are they awake at this time of the morning? Like, I'm just half awake trying to get sleep. And they're just yelling and going on about their toys and just fighting and doing stuff kids would do. And they're fully awake. Like, it does not make any sense. Okay, so you know how everybody in school wants to brag about staying up late? But like, here's the thing. It's not good if you stay up late. You're just going to be tired the whole day and not listen to the teacher, and you're going to get bad grades. And then you're going to end up being homeless and dumb. It's not like a good thing to brag about. Like, oh, I stayed up until 1 this morning. Like, I'm so cool. Like, it's not cool. It's not cool. It's just dumb.